So I'm sure everyone in here has drank alcohol before the age of 21. It happens, especially in college. I know it's probably not the most popular side of the argument, but I wanted to discuss the positive side to this stance. The minimum drinking age has been in debate for many years now, and the current law is soon to be under review. The decision in debate is whether or not the legal drinking age should be lowered down to 18 or remain at the current age of 21. And the importance can be seen in that lowering the age is going to increase the amount of people who are drinking alcohol. I believe that the current policy has been effective. It helps prevent alcohol-related deaths, reduce drinking and driving, and the legal age should remain 21. Following the Prohibition era, most states had uniformly enacted 21 as the legal drinking age. And towards the 1970s, a movement towards lowering the ages to 18, 19, 20 had begun, thus leading to the legal drinking age to be that of a lower age. And experiments began due to unknown deaths and stuff like that, to see whether or not this was the right decision to have it as a lower age. And these went on to show results concluding that since lowering the age, there had been an increase in traffic-related deaths. A citizens' effort, when I say a citizens' effort, it was mainly Mothers Against Drunk Driving. They were a big organization to push the age back up to what it had been as 21. And through that effort, the federal government enacted the Uniform Drinking Age Act in 1994. And this act would withhold federal highway funds from states that refused to increase their minimum drinking age to 21. So they pretty much bullied all the states that wouldn't raise it until they did. And due to these threats, all states have met the age by 1988, and that same policy is in effect today. And in regards to this policy being effective, the Substance Abuse Policy Research Program stated, after careful analysis of the available data, more than 25,000 lives have been saved in the 30 years since states began uniformly raising the legal drinking age to 21 years. The number of fatal car accidents has significantly decreased, homicides, suicides have been reduced, and binge drinking has not markedly increased. Whether it's motor vehicle related, homicide, suicide, or one simply drinks too much, alcohol-related deaths do happen. I'm sure everyone in here also knows someone that has had free trip to the hospital, or maybe even died due to underage drinking. And there's ever-increasing evidence stating that these repeated exposure to alcohol during the adolescent years of one's life leads to long-term shortfalls in one's cognitive abilities. The brain is developing significantly between 16 to 25, and starting drinking at such a young age puts you at a risk for an increase in damaging that ability. And those who begin drinking at the age of increase that chance of becoming alcohol dependent by 1.4, even after controlling for age, gender, education, marital status, family history of alcoholism, childhood depression. So starting early, you're just putting yourself at a greater risk of becoming an alcoholic, plain and simple. And the current law making it illegal for a minor person below the age of 21 to purchase or consume alcohol can be credited for an 11% reduction in fatal car crashes. I mean, people are still going to do it no matter what, but setting that age higher is just going to stop some people, and that's what they're going for. And the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration also credits the uniform state law of 21 with the prevention of approximately 900 traffic deaths annually. That's a significant number to consider. And they estimate these laws have prevented 26,333 traffic deaths since 1975. And now a short clip also.
The adult brain, because it's still alcohol affects the teenage brain differently to the adult brain because it's still developing and not all areas are fully operational. How you feel when you drink alcohol can be an indication of the damage it's doing to different areas in your brain. Alcohol affects the frontal lobes first, making you feel relaxed and reducing your inhibitions. This means you may talk more freely, act loud or rowdy, or do foolish things you later regret. As you continue drinking, your brain starts slowing down, reducing your ability to concentrate, make good decisions, and control your emotions and impulses. This means you might do things you otherwise wouldn't.
So at 18, I don't believe one is honestly responsible enough and mature to handle the effects of alcohol. And my conclusion with this debate to reopen soon, we must consider all the positive effects that our current policy has had. And while it may not seem like the cool or fun policy, and I myself have been there, done that, but it has done more good than harm. And the amount of lives it has saved cannot be ignored when judging if it has been effective over these past years. And I believe that the current policy has been effective. It helps prevent alcohol-related deaths and reduces drinking and driving. The legal drinking age should remain 21.